Hi guys, coming to you with my second video for book of the month. Really don't call this an unboxing considering I already know what books that I choose, but okay, here's something that you guys are gonna find hilarious. So while I already know the books that I choose because I go on the website and I choose the book and I go, oh, I would really like this book. I'm a very special person in some ways. Okay, so by the time I choose the book and I get the book in the mail, I have sometimes forgotten what book that I clicked on. So it's like Christmas all over again when I finally get the book, right? All right, so book of the month. Sorry, it's all beat up. Sorry about my aluminum foil door and my table full of nail supplies. I do my own nails from time to time. I just got my gelish or polygel gelish items in the mail, and I'll be using those shortly on my nails. Will not be doing a video on that because I don't really have a setup, like an actual, like, really good tripod setup. The one tripod I have, I kind of have to like stack it on top of books in order to even get it to sit right to do just unboxing videos, which is why I'm holding my phone right now, because I actually don't know where I did with my tripod. I lose it a lot, definitely here lately. So I will not be doing anything YouTube wise with the polygel gelish. Sorry about that, guys, but I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're probably not like a nail person, so you probably don't care. Anyway, there we go. All right, so finally got that cut open, and here's the books. All right, so first book on top. Ooh. Oh no, I got 3 books. They're actually not as thick as I thought. Check this out. The quote of the... I like the quote. Sorry. Read, love, repeat. Read the books, love the books you read, and repeat by reading more books and loving more books and buying more books. I need a bigger bookshelf. I have books everywhere. Like stacks and stacks up on, wait, no, stacks on stacks on stacks of books. That was so bad. Anyway, all right, let's peel away the plastic on this bad boy. Stacks on stacks of books. Hey, 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 hey. They say in that song, racks on racks on racks. I say stacks on stacks on stacks of books. All right, so we got our book of the month bookmark. And on this side, there's a quote. It says, in a mostly unstable life, books had been the only reliable refuge she had known. The Last Equation of Isaac Survey, March 2018. That is the one thing that had always attracted me to books, is that when life is so stressful, I can always get a nice book and it'll take me away for a little while. Not like far away out of reality, that sort of, you know, away, but, you know, gives me imagination and, you know, just takes me away just for a little while, just for the, you know, even 5 or 10 minutes that I'm actually reading the book. And I say 5 or 10 minutes, some of you will laugh, but if you have any children, like I do, I have 3, you'll know that 5 or 10 minutes is pretty darn good when they're all different ages running around crazy. And some people would tell me I'm even lucky to get 5 or 10 minutes, which I concur. Okay, so first book I have is a novel called Other People's Houses. Looks like a pretty neat cover, but I'm sure if I got this book, I also read the excerpt on it, so it had to be interesting. I do like the simplicity of the cover, and it actually cracks me up. The title says Other People's Houses. That is the back of the book. Lets me know that this is my March book from Book of the Month. But yes. Okay, so I guess it cracks me up because it just does. Other people's houses. Like, yeah, you do all that stuff at other people's houses, but not at your house. But it says, behind every closed door is an open secret. So I'm thinking this is like a nosy neighbor type of book. Like, everyone's all cool in the neighborhood. But then, what does Roy do at his house behind closed doors? Does he eat people? Does he, beat them or whatever? As the longtime local carpool mom, Frances Bloom is sometimes an unwilling witness to her neighbors' private lives. She knows her cousin is hiding her desire for another baby from her spouse. Bill Horton's wife is mysteriously missing, and now this? Yeah, so that sounds interesting. After the shock of seeing Anne Porter in all her extraordinary glory, Frances vows to stay in her own lane. But that's a notion easier said than done when Anne's husband throws her out a couple of days later. The repercussions of the affair reverberate through the 4 carpool families, and Frances finds herself navigating a moral minefield that could make or break a marriage. Yeah, so like I said, sounds like a nosy neighbor book. So I'm interested. It looks like not necessarily a super short read, but a short read. Yep. Because we have 300 and... we have 330 pages. They actually kind of remind me of like thicker newspaper pages, to be honest. I haven't had a book with pages in it like that in a while. And then there's also a reader's guide of questions in the back. It says discussion questions. So this would be a good book for a book club. There's 10 questions. Ready to find your next read. This is a Penguin Random House book. So, yeah, looks like a good book to do like a reader's club with. Okay, and then we have Gillian Flynn, Sharp Objects. This is a very good author. I'm actually reading one of the books by this author called Gone Girl. I've seen the movie with Ben Affleck, and I think that's the same movie as the book. Not sure. Have not researched enough of it to put 2 and 2 together, but I always heard that Gillian Flynn was a really good author, so I just picked up Gone Girl and I've been reading it. And actually since then, Sharp Objects, and actually have another book in my basement on the bookshelf. Yes, I have like 4 bookshelves in my basement. And that's not including the bookshelves I have for my children and their own play area library. But I believe I have another Gillian Flynn book downstairs. I don't know much about the author. I do know that they have awesome books. So when I'm done with Gone Girl, I'll probably check out the other one before I read Sharp Objects, because I had the other one before I got this one. I like the simplicity of the cover. It's kind of like mysterious, because who has an all black book cover? No one ever. But yeah, so there's that one. This looks like a short read. Okay, so the excerpt says, fresh from a brief stay at a psych hospital, reporter Camille Preaker, don't know the name, faces a troubling assignment. She must return to her tiny hometown to cover the murders of 2 preteen girls. For years, so I'm guessing this girl's a reporter. For years, Camille, maybe that's the name, Camille. Oh my goodness, I'm so special. For years, Camille has hardly spoken to her neurotic hypochondriac mother or the half-sister she barely knows, a beautiful 13-year-old with an eerie grip on the town. Now installed in her old bedroom in her family's Victorian mansion, Camille finds herself identifying with the young victims a bit too strongly. Dodged by her own demons, she must unravel the psychological puzzle of her own past if she wants to get the story and survive the homecoming. Sorry, I read out loud to students at school, like first graders and kindergartners, but sometimes it's kind of hard for me to just read like, big adult words out loud. But this actually looks like a psychological thriller tied into like some Law and Order SUV sort of type, book, like law meets psychological thriller investigation stuff. Anyway, sounds like a good read. This book is pretty tiny, so I know it's a quick read. Let's see how many pages we got here. We have 252 pages, so yes, quick read. Do we have... Yeah, so this actually seems like this is also like really journal style. That's what I was trying to get to. It's like a journal style book, kind of like Gone Girl. And it kind of goes back and forth between like the person who's speaking or their point of view. So at least that's what I'm getting by just flipping through the pages. But yeah, 252 pages, not bad at all. Let's get through that really quick. If you're a fast reader, you can get through it really quick. If you're a reader like me, you can get through it fairly decent, but it's definitely still considered a quick read. Definitely for someone who even slowly reads pages that are like 600, 700, 800 plus. Okay, so next book is called Uncommon Type, and it says Some Stories, and it's by author Tom Hanks. The month this book actually came out, I think I was kind of broke, so I didn't get it. I didn't pay my book of the month fee to get it. But now I have it. Yep, this was back in November. But I do remember really wanting this book, so I got it. But another simplistic cover. And if I'm not mistaken, another reason why I really wanted this book is because it was a debut book by Tom Hanks. And let's see if the front cover is just a short. Okay, so this is like a somewhat short read. This is a 403-page book. All right, so it says Tom Hanks has been an actor, screenwriter, director, and through Playtone, a producer. His writing has appeared in the New York Times, Vanity Fair, and the New Yorker. This is his first collection of fiction. So it's a debut book, but he's not a debut author. All right, so it says a hectic, funny sexual affair between two best friends, a World War II veteran dealing with his emotional and physical scars, a second-rate actor plunged into sudden stardom in a whirlwind press junket, a small-town newspaper columnist with an old-fashioned views of the modern world, a woman adjusting to life in a new neighborhood after her divorce, four friends going to the moon and back in a rocket ship constructed in the backyard, a teenage surfer stumbling into his father's secret life. These are just some of the people and situations that Tom Hanks explores in his first work of fiction, a collection of stories that dissects with great affection, humor, and insight the human condition and all its foibles. The stories are linked by one thing. In each of them, a typewriter plays a part, sometimes minor, sometimes central. To many, typewriters represent a level of craftsmanship, beauty, and individuality that is harder and harder to find in the modern world. In his stories, Tom Hanks gracefully reaches the typewriter-worthy level. Known for his honesty and sensitivity as an actor, Tom Hanks brings both these characteristics to his writing. Alternatively, whimsical, moving, and occasionally melancholy, Uncommon Type is a book that will delight as well as surprise his millions of fans. It also establishes him as a welcome and wonderful new voice in contemporary fiction, a voice that perceptively delves beneath the surface of friendships, families, love, and normal everyday behavior. So, I just like Tom Hanks as an actor, so I'm just excited to have a book that was written by him, and that's the first in a series by him. So, I can't wait to get started on this either. So, one of these days when I, don't have a pile of homework that's due, Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, or Saturday, or Sunday, I can do it. Oh my goodness. And today is Friday, and I already missed another homework assignment. Oof. Ugh. All right. Anyway, that's all I have for Book of the Month. Bye.